Hey, what's going on, guys? Cloud of Truth here with some more Battlefield 3, and today I want to talk to you guys about the M240B light machine gun. But before I get into that, I just want to say thank you guys so much for your awesome support you left on my last video. And I do apologize, it's thundering outside of my house right now, and I think we're about to have a storm, but I don't really have any other time I can record this commentary. So if you hear random booming noises in the background, I do apologize for that. But thank you guys once again for your awesome support you left on my last video entailing new series ideas, possible changes in the future. And in case you missed the video, I will link it in the description. You can go check it out for yourself, watch the video, and leave a comment about future plans on my channel. And I kind of got the gist of what everyone wanted to see, and hopefully I'll make that possible in the very near future. But if you've been subscribing to me for a long time, well, not really a long time, but a while, you know that I used to really love the M240B. This was probably my favorite machine gun back in like the December days and into early January. I just love this gun with a holographic sight, the foregrip, and extended mags. I was like, you can't go wrong there. It was so much fun to use. Good firing LMG, kind of high damage, and overall just a lot of fun. And then I found the MG36, which was the perfect balance. Fast fire rate, decently quick reload time for an LMG, and enough bullets to suppress a lot of enemies. So I thought that was a perfect balance, but you guys know that it got nerfed pretty bad in the latest patch, so it's kind of hard to use, but you can still use it. And I know I made a video previously entailing the M27 IAR and why I think it's the best running gun support class weapon out there, and I still hold true to that. That and the L86A2 from the Close Quarters DLC. You can use either one of those when you want to play that role. But when I'm going to be comparing the M240B, I'm going to be talking about this weapon, the M60, and the PKP. For me, those are the top dogs in the support class when talking about the big LMGs, the real LMGs out there, the guys that do all the work. I'm not going to be comparing this to like the LSAT, the M249, Type 88, just the three main high damage LMGs out there. And one of the main reasons why I love the M240B so much is something I've already mentioned, and that is the high damage. It has a max of 34 damage out to 8 meters. That is a 3-bullet kill. Very, very awesome damage stats, and the minimum damage will still pack a punch at 22 starting at 60 meters, so this weapon can deal out a ton of damage. And the fire rate on this weapon is slow when compared to a lot of all the other weapons in Battlefield 3. It's only at 650, but when comparing it to the PKP and the M60, which have the same damage stats, the PKP fires at only 600 rounds a minute, while the M60 is only at 580. Another positive thing about the M240B is the bullet speed is actually faster than both the PKP and the M60. Now, I know that's not a huge thing to take into consideration when using a light machine gun, but you will notice it at range. You won't have to lead your targets quite as much, but it's not a huge determining factor when deciding which weapon to choose. So what's the negative side of the M240B if it has all these positives? Well, that is the recoil. This thing has got the worst recoil among the three LMGs. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, well, why would I want to use a gun that has such horrible recoil? Because it does. It has a 0.7 vertical recoil, extremely high vertical recoil, and a 0.5 pull left and a 0.5 pull right. And if you're someone that has trouble controlling your recoil, I would suggest probably using the M60 because that has a 0.6 vertical recoil. I know that's very high, but you can put attachments on there to help control that. But it only has a 0.2 pull left and a 0.2 pull right. Very, very low side-to-side recoil. The PKP, I believe, is just a step under the M240B in kind of every vertical recoil stat and horizontal stat for that matter. I believe it's got a 0.4 pull left and a 0.4 pull right, as well as a 0.65 vertical recoil. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't checked the stats recently, but I believe that's what it is. So why would I want to use the M240B if it has such high recoil as compared to the other two LMGs out there? Well, the biggest thing for me is just the fire rate on this gun. With dealing that 34 max damage and having that 650 rounds a minute, it allows me to keep up with other high rate of fire weapons in the game, even assault rifles and carbines. I mean, I've taken this gun onto close quarters maps, and I've gotten 60+ kill games with this gun. And I'm not playing against noobs either. I mean, these are good level colonels and I'm playing against, and I'm still doing very, very well with this weapon. You can excel with the M240B in close quarters because with that decent fast fire rate paired with the high damage, that allows you to drop your enemy so incredibly fast. And once you can master this weapon, this will become your best friend. I mean, this gun is flat out amazing. Just the punch it packs is just unreal. You will drop your enemy so quickly, and it's just so much fun to use. But let's say you're really struggling to control that vertical recoil. You love your extended mags. Well, I'm sorry, you're going to have to give it up if you cannot control that recoil. And my favorite attachment on the final slot has got to be the flash suppressor. You have got to be able to control your recoil when using this weapon, and the flash suppressor really allows me to do that. Now, I know you have to give up an extra 100 rounds, but for me, it is worth it, because if you cannot control a light machine gun, there's really no point in using it. Now, when comparing the M240B's reload time, it is slightly slower than the PKP, but faster than the M60, so keep that in mind when choosing one of these 3 weapons. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and go ahead and leave me your feedback about these 3 guns in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you later.